Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft City Building. And in all actuality, we are not building the city. Not anymore. So the city that we've been building I've been building for years, it just kinda, it's not good. The streets aren't wide enough, there's no curves, nothing like that. It's inconsistent. So, I am starting a new city, and I'm going to be posting a speed build of the highway right behind me, but I've gotten some roads down, and it's looking much, much better. So if you don't remember, or if you haven't seen yet, the old city was just kind of bland, straight roads, and usually one lane, and usually, three wide lanes, stuff like that. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. So, I decided to redesign the entire city. So, instead of the lanes we kind of had, as reference, I'll build what we used to have on the old city. It'd be 1, 2, 3, gold block, 1, 2, 3. That was our roads. Not good at all. So, what would have been that road, in neighborhood districts and stuff like that, is now this road. And you can notice it's 5 wide. There's bike lanes on each side. And then there's this white line. So if there's not a bike lane, it'll still have that white line to indicate like where you can pull over and stuff. And then on top of that, instead of just having, slabs as a sidewalk, we've got a curb and then an actual legitimate sidewalk. We took this design from Alpine, or Alpine 1, I believe it is. Additionally, in the grassy area, I'm going to be putting a whole bunch of greenery to make it kind of fit a little bit better. Look a little bit more natural and a little bit nicer. So essentially, this highway veers off into a residential area. So actually, this road was really weird to design. So coming off of the highway, you come off right here. Since you drive on the right side of the road. So if you're coming into it, you would turn off here and go straight. Coming out of the district, you've got this curved S-shaped road that leads directly into traffic and kind of merges, kind of seamlessly merges so that you are going the right direction and everything. And then vice versa over here, leaving the city. So this is the road leaving the city, not coming into the city. Not yet. This road, you take around the big curve, and then again, seamlessly turns into the intersection. And I really, really, really like the design I've been going for this because, man, it's so much better. And we're also using the city texture pack now instead of the default texture pack, which allows us to have these sound barrier walls on the edges of highways and everything. No buildings down yet. Those are all going to be time lapses. But I've got a couple roads down, and I like the designs I'm going for because they're a little bit more realistic. For example, this is a 2-lane road. And we got, parking spots here on the edge. And this actually reminds me of, in GTA 5's map, like the separating kind of overhang. So really all that's going to be here are a couple benches and everything. And I'm going to continue terraforming all of this so that it kind of comes around in like a hill shape. And then that kind of just, the highway is going to kind of separate the residential area from the rest of the main city. I'm going to take several of the builds from the old city and put in here. Mainly some of the houses, but they're going to be way separated because that neighborhood was everywhere. Not consistent at all. But I do like some of those builds, specifically the build that we made for Cheyenne's house. I like that build. Well, I guess our house, because I don't really have a house in there. And then the one mansion I was working on, probably just gonna scrap it and build a whole new one. The mega mansion isn't going to be put in that city, it's going to be put in this city. And you can see we're doing a lot more terraforming, and it's going to be a lot better of a city. But yeah, so I'm going to eventually upload the time-lapse of me building this part. The time-lapse is kind of hard right now, just simply because since I'm playing on console, I have to turn on my Xbox, record my Xbox of him standing up there in the sky like this while I'm playing on my PS4 and building everything, and it's a little crazy. But for a start of a city, this is not bad. This is not bad at all, and eventually we will have a massive, sprawling, modern-looking, realistic city. So this is a kind of short video. I might actually just add the time-lapse into the end of this. So thank you guys very much for watching, and enjoy the time-lapse. Goodbye.